Right back we go. Saturday, February 13th. Checking out some of these stocks. Let's check out, start with SIOX. 29 million float. Market cap 154 million. Clinical stage gene therapy company. They help with debilitating neurodegenerative diseases. All right, so this had a big drop from 8 all the way down. Look at this, back and forth, kept going down. Found support finally at 150, bounced hard to near 4. Back and forth, pretty much held this 3 line, and then it's really took off to 550 plus, but didn't last. This came right back down to 375, 350, found the bottom at like 2, just below 2, gap down, then found its way, work its way back up, filled the gap. It did, and it did really well on this way up. It had strong volume here, and then right here, it filled the gap, but it was a filled candle, so it didn't hold, and then it came back. Then it found support at a trend line like 250, and here we are now. So it tested again at 350. So look at all the time to touch 350. This has been a major thorn in its side. So, will this come back to 275-ish? It's possible. It could come down here and bounce. So 350's been huge in this. Now, if it gets above 350, watch right here, 550. Because that was the last move in October, so it's possible. A pretty good float. Looking at news here. Had news recently. So, that's positive. So the gap down, it didn't go down all the way, and we're stuck in this like ascending triangle at this point. So we'll see what this one can do. PTE, 28 million float, 118 million market cap. Biotechnology and regenerative biomaterials company develops, commercializes range of regenerative tissue products for biomaterials fields, medicine, biomedical engineering, United States. So this one, another one, all the way down from the high, back and forth, back and forth. Did bounce to 450, had a gap down, and then here we go from the 75 line to 2 line. Had a nice bounce for a few months, dropped just below. This was December, little gap. It filled it, gapped up, came back to 90, then bounced again. And then, right here, this touched this 2 line. See this? Right here. So we've touched once, touched twice, well, 3 times actually, but formed this little spinning, like spinning top candle, back and forth, indecision. It's run pretty much. It's overbought on stochastics. A nice another dip would come back here to 120. That will be good for another race up. If that does that, I still like into the gap. I still like this to 3 plus because it's relatively good float. And any good news, they'll push this. Traders. So this has a really good chance to test that. So here it is, back and forth, back and forth. And eventually we'll break big volume down here too. It's just when it gets up like this, see, this made a strong move, it pulled back. And again, if this goes up and pulls back again, it's the same type pattern. It will bounce again. So that's PTE. All right, SNCA, 17 million float, 31 million market cap. It's clinical stage bio, focused on research development, nervous system therapies based on proprietary human neuro stem cells and small molecule compounds. All right. All right. So this one, again, this is coming from high to low. Had a reverse split back in July. Really big dump, went all the way down to 1. Look at this candle here. Made a big high wick, and it didn't hold. Shooting star wick. It filled the gap. It came all the way back. That just proved it wasn't ready to go. Then it did it again in May. This one did a low line, this 2 line. Then it went right back to this like 50-cent line, back and forth. Yeah, this is basing over a year now, a year plus. Now they're coming up 70. Nice dip by, back and forth, back and forth. On this part up here, we're getting close to that too. It's a nice candle on Friday. So could we break next week? Look at the volume down here. See if the white's above most of that from last few years. So if this gets above 2, into the gap to 4, I would like this very much at this point. Any pullbacks will be a buy. You can just see it from here, pretty much back and forth, and we go up. So, a little pullback here to 150 is fine. That would be a nice dip. Now we got to get above 2 and stay above 2 and then race towards 4. I like this longer term. This is really solid. Certain stocks you like better than others because this hasn't filled the gap yet. A great potential here. All right, so that's it on this. These 3 stocks I'm about to say. All right, please subscribe to Mike Cayman Trades. Smash the like button. Twitter, Mike J Trades. Instagram, Mike Frank 98. What else? TikTok, Mike Frank I. Stock Twits, Mike Cayman Trades. And we'll be back for more. Peace.